Hello, today we're going to make a quick and delicious tomato soup that you could probably make with ingredients that you just have sitting in your kitchen. We're going to use some onion and some garlic, some fresh thyme, some dried thyme, or you could use fresh thyme if you have some in your garden, a can of diced tomatoes, and some chicken broth. So we'll take this to the stove and I'll show you how to put it together. All right, I've got my soup pot here over some medium-high heat, and I've melted a tablespoon of butter with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to add to this my chopped onion and 2 teaspoons of garlic. And I'm just going to saute this. I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit because I don't want this to brown. I want it to just cook out. And I'm going to add my dried thyme. If you're using fresh, you can just throw the whole sprig in. You don't really need to strip the leaves off. And I'm just going to let this cook for a few minutes until the onions are nice and soft. Okay, so the onions are nice and soft, and now I'm going to sprinkle over 2 tablespoons of flour. This will help thicken the soup. If you are on a gluten-free diet or you're avoiding flour, you can certainly leave this out. Your soup will just be a bit thinner. So we are going to cook this out until the flour is all absorbed into the oil. And now we're going to add our 796 milliliter can of diced tomatoes. And we're going to add 4 cups of chicken broth. If you're using pre-made chicken broth, make sure it's low sodium. You don't want to add a lot of extra salt. And we're going to season this with a little bit of black pepper. And then this is going to simmer, come to a boil, and then simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, this has been simmering now for about 20 minutes. I covered it up so it didn't evaporate too much. And at this point, I just want to check the seasonings, make sure everything tastes right. Sometimes canned tomatoes can be a bit acidic, so you might want to add a little bit something sweet. Yeah, I'm going to add just a touch of honey. Just a little squeeze, maybe about a teaspoonful. But the level of salt and pepper tastes good, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. Now at this point, you can go ahead and eat this soup as it is, as a chunky tomato soup. Or what you can do is you can put it in a blender and puree it. If you have an immersion stick blender, you can just stick that in and puree the soup. And then you have a nice smooth tomato soup. You can go ahead and serve it like that. Or if you want it a little creamier, you can add up to a cup of cream and then just heat it very gently. Once you add the cream, don't let it come to a boil again. Just keep it on very low heat, otherwise it will curdle. And there you go. There's a quick and easy tomato soup that you can serve 3 ways. Okay, so once you have this served up, there's lots of ways you can garnish it. You could garnish with some fresh chopped basil leaves, a little bit of cheddar cheese, or even some Parmesan cheese if you like. And really, you can spice this up any way you like. If you like it hotter, you can add some crushed chilies. There's lots of things you can do to this soup. I hope you try it and make it just the way you like it. I hope you enjoy this recipe. See you again next time. Bye-bye.